What's up, everybody? Kevin from Bazy here, talking sports with you guys. Uh, Super Bowl, of course, was yesterday, and what a crazy game. I mean, if you look at the rosters of these two teams, it was really David versus Goliath. The Rams have superstars across the board, and Patriots, a lot of unknown guys. Rob Gronkowski, who's a shell of his former self, although he played well in the postseason this year. Rams had Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh, Keep to leave, all these big name free agents they brought in and paid big money to. And Tom Brady's working with Julian Edelman, Chris Hogan, a worn down Rob Gronkowski. On paper, this game shouldn't have been close. But I think one of the most poignant things to take away from yesterday was something Chris Berman said after the game. He called the performance by this Pats defense Bill Belichick's Mona Lisa, his Rembrandt. And I think there's no better way to put it. Coming into this game last night, during the regular season, the Rams are the number 2 scoring offense in the league. They averaged 33 points a game, and they were held to 3 points. 3 points. And yes, the Patriots defense was good throughout the year. They were the 7th best scoring defense in the league. But to hold that dynamic attack, the Sean McVay-led offense, who was supposed to set the world on fire, and holding them to 3 points last night wasn't about Tom Brady. Tom Brady was good when he needed to be down the stretch, but largely didn't play that great of a game. Last night was about what Bill Belichick, Brian Flores did to that Rams offense. Rams couldn't move the ball. For a team that was one of the best rushing attacks throughout the course of the year, they gave him 62 total yards. Gurley couldn't get anything going, and I gotta say, something's gotta be wrong with that guy. But to only give Todd Gurley 10 carries in the Super Bowl, I believe only 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, everybody said he's healthy, but something's wrong here. But as well as the Rams have been running the football, to hold him to 62 yards, that's ridiculous. And even on top of that, Goff, who many believe is one of the best young quarterbacks in the game today, under 200 yards passing for the game. Now that's ridiculous. I mean, yes, they've got some good pieces on that defense between Dante Hightower, Stephon Gilmore, and the McCourty twins, but there's way more talent on the other side. And mind you, the Rams played a great game on defense. They gave up 13 points, but if you're going to give up 13 points to Tom Brady in a Super Bowl, you're going to expect to win that one. I mean, let's flash back to last year. The Eagles hung up 41 on Belichick's defense. A lot of people were wondering, has Belichick lost his touch? What's happened? 41 points? Hardly forced the Eagles to punt throughout the entire Super Bowl. And then against one of the best offenses in league history, this Rams team, hold them 30 points below their scoring average and force them to punt on their first 8 possessions? That's unheard of. Came out of nowhere. Everybody was expecting this to be a high scoring game. I believe the over-under was well over 50. It was the lowest scoring Super Bowl in history. 13-3. And yes, it was an ugly game. I mean, it was tied at 3-3 in the fourth quarter, but what a great performance it was by these defenses. The Rams were able to largely hold Tom Brady in check and force him to basically only throw it to Julian Edelman and Rob Gronkowski. James White was a non-factor after he has been dominant throughout this postseason. Credit to Wade Phillips and his staff. They put together a great game plan, and offense just wasn't able to take advantage. And really, neither were the Patriots. I mean, they struggled. It was a 3-3 ball game with, I believe, 8 minutes left. And then Tom does what he does. Leads him down the field, scores a touchdown. And I think that's what's really cool to see about the Patriots. No, I'm not a Patriots fan, but man, do I have a lot of respect for what they've done. When Brady's slacking a little bit, doesn't have it, Belichick picks up the slack. Belichick's defense maybe isn't playing up to par. Brady comes back, says, I got you. This game was a perfect example of it. Brady didn't have it. Offense simply was not good last night. And not to discredit Brady too much, he doesn't have a ton of weapons on offense. But he only put up 13 points in the Super Bowl. That's not going to win you very many games, no matter who your opponent is, much less the Rams. But last night was about Bill Belichick. Wow. To hold that team in the Super Bowl to 3 points. And I will admit, as a Saints fan, gotta think the Saints would have done better in that situation. But, well, we all know what happened a couple weeks ago. So, we were left with that. And Jared Goff is still going to be one of the best quarterbacks in this game moving forward. A lot of people are overreacting like, well, maybe Goff isn't as good as we thought. Nah, I mean, that's a coach who's won 5 Super Bowls coming in with a perfect game plan to take out what the Rams do. And Sean McVay and company didn't adjust. They couldn't figure it out. And Sean McVay came and said after the game, he's like, straight up, I got out-coached. And props to Sean McVay for acknowledging that. That's tough to say. It's like, yeah, I didn't prepare the team well enough. I believe he came out and said, I feel like I didn't do my job. And even so, the Rams were 2 plays away from winning this game. If you remember, I believe it was either late third quarter, early fourth, Jared Goff has a receiver wide open in the back of the end zone. Fires a pass maybe a tad late, and I believe either Jason McCourty or Devin McCourty, one of the twins, runs completely out of position back to the middle of the field and deflects a ball that would have been a touchdown for the Rams. Biggest play of the Super Bowl. Saved the Patriots the game. Because if that happens, all of a sudden the Rams are up, and Tom Brady and company hadn't been able to move the ball, and are going to have to be a lot more aggressive trying to score. And as well as those Rams defense was playing, it would have been tough for them to go down and score. Second play that really decided this, Stephon Gilmore pick. Belichick and Flores decide we're going to bring the blitz. I believe it's like 4 or 5 minutes left. Rams are driving, finally have momentum. They're going to punch it in. They're going to take advantage. It's going to be a ball game. 10-3 Patriots. Goff, in the heat of the pressure, chucks it up to Cooks, and Stephon Gilmore plays it perfectly, picks it off. And of course, the rest is pretty much history. Patriots go down, kick a field goal, and Rams virtually didn't have a chance after that. But 2 plays away from winning this, and yet the Patriots made both. Both plays made it to the Patriots. And remember, Bill Belichick's a secondary guy. Those are his guys making those plays. Stephon Gilmore, McCourty, 2 biggest plays of the game. Saved it for the Patriots. Yeah, Tom Brady's got 6 Super Bowls now, but let's not forget about how great Bill Belichick is. They're like the perfect yin to the yang, balancing each other out for 18 years now. It's remarkable in any sport to put on a run like this, let alone football, the NFL. Patriots have won 6 Super Bowls. And while I'm not a fan of the Patriots myself, you gotta respect that. 6 Super Bowls in 18 seasons. The Steelers, the only other franchise with 6 Super Bowls, and it took them 35 seasons to accomplish that. What we are watching right now is greatness, and it's something that will never be replicated. 6 Super Bowls, 9 appearances in 18 years, same quarterback, same head coach. That is unheard of in professional sports. Heck, if a team wins 1 Super Bowl, we're willing to anoint them as the next dynasty, hence the Seattle Seahawks. And the Patriots still keep on plugging, keep on chugging. With a bunch of guys that a lot of you guys probably haven't heard of. Without Josh Gordon, without a big-time receiver, Julian Edelman, a 7th-round pick from Kent State, was a quarterback. Never played receiver until he got to the NFL. Yeah. That's greatness. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, perfect balance. And yeah, it was an ugly Super Bowl, but As Tom Brady always says, win's a win. Next one's going to be the best one. And he put a 6-1 on his hand yesterday with gutsy performance. Not a great performance by Tom, but when he needed to, like he always does, he comes through in the clutch. Hope you guys enjoy the Super Bowl.